So I've been hearing when it rains, it pours. Um, yeah, when it rains, it pours. Something about you being okay, regardless of what it seems like. Um, there's a message that you want to be somewhere. Yeah, you're going somewhere that's really special, and you're invited. You're allowed to be there. You can fit right in. Where you are right now, people are worried about colors. People are worried about you blending in, being too bright. Um, where you're going is just about functionality. This cat, yeah, okay. Somebody buying a new car that's based on the color of the interior or the color of the wheels or something like this, and you're just trying to get from point A to point B. Like you're just simply looking for a vehicle. You're just looking for tools right now. It's not about what brand this tool is made, what brand made this tool. As long as it works. um, yeah, like you could be reading reviews right now, and it seems like everybody talking about this product is just so impressed by the company and the history, and like it's not genuine. It's not. It's very superficial. I feel like you're alone right now, building something, rebuilding something, possibly rebuilding yourself. And somebody participated in this project just seems to be concerned about the superficial things, like cosmetic surgery or something. Like, yeah, you can fix your nose a little bit, or you know filling your eyebrows or something. And you're just focused on what matters. I feel like you're over it. And what matters to you is people's emotions, people's energy, how you intake and output, how you feed on and are fed on. Like basically the transference of energy right now. That's what matters to you. It's not about superficial things. Five of emotions. Seems like you're going backwards to some extent. Or also like going back to the beginning, which is what you were concerned about from the start. What mattered in the beginning before things got out of control. Maybe you're looking at some old videos or some old journals and you're kind of getting in tune with your own voice. It could be overwhelming to some extent, but I feel like it's also like bringing you back home. That what you care about and what you've been struggling for some people to maintain your own voice is very solid. It's very real. You clearly have opinions about things. So no one else's voice can really take over that spot who you are. Even though they were desperately trying. That it seems like that's all they were doing was trying to be a voice in your ear. Nine of voices here. They were trying to stress you out, trying to make you make rash decisions. That was their technique or strategy. That was their strategy to throw you off balance, but it didn't work. All it did was bring you closer to who you are. Maybe you were falling away from that, like you were getting a little bit off track, maybe getting caught up in their energy for a little bit. Yeah, that seems like that's making a lot of sense right now. Like you really thought they had something to offer, but then somewhere along the lines, it became very clear that they don't really care about anything but physical appearance. And also not just physical, like how you physically look, because I feel like maybe they find you attractive, so they're trying to put more attention on that by saying you aren't pretty enough, or like you're too extra or flamboyant. because they're jealous. But I feel like really it's about keeping up appearances. Like, just look like you got it all. Just look like you're put together. But actually in the background, you're struggling. And they don't care about actually making that sort of thing healthy again. Like, just look like you give back. Just look like you care, but don't actually care. And those are the rules. They know what they're doing. This is how they plan. They plan for things to work out this way. So that at the end of the roll, it says, somebody's thinking, well, I'm not going to be happy. Like, this is a recipe for depression and all sorts of things that come from depression. And that's like, yeah, like, you get it now. We're miserable. It's not a place you want to be. So you're going to be letting go of some things, letting go of whatever promises they were promising you or lifestyle they were advertising. King of Wands. So I saw 2 of Wands, and now I'm seeing a King of Wands. You're skipping a whole lot of steps to get where you're going. You're skipping over all the BS, all the middlemen that want to. They're pretending to be able to help you, but really they want to keep you where they are. They want to pull you into their darkness. But you're the star here. So you're not going to let them do that. You see it very clearly that they're just people on the wayside, people who have gotten tangled up in their own ambitions. They already been called out. They might be invited to your wedding, or maybe not. Maybe they are just passerbys and you got married in a public space, or you committed to your project in an open setting where maybe during a place where you were in classrooms or in church or just public gatherings where other people who aren't part of your life can have opinions about you. But it seems like there's some haters around you who are watching you shine. Like, people standing around a race. Some people are passing out water. Some people are passing out Gatorade. Some people are passing out alcohol. Some people are passing out sleeping cough medicine. Like, not everybody has good intentions, even though they're all in the same group, basically making noise. 9 of Pentacles under Ace of Materials. They want to pretend like they care about what you're doing. So this is obviously, they're not the ones at the end of the finish line. They're not what you're aiming at. They're not where you're going. This and by. It's getting really messy for some people. Like, you might even be jumping over some corpses, is what I'm hearing. Some people who got taken out by the pressure. They never made it to being an authority over themselves, over their own thoughts and patterns. And now they're just trying to get tangled up in somebody else's dream. Keep pushing through. You already know what it means and what it feels like to be in control of your own destiny. Keep doing that. 6 of Swords. Yeah, definitely don't let this go just yet. Because what you're reaching for is significant. It really is a destination that's worth being. Despite what's falling down around you. It might even make sense that what's falling down is meant to fall down. Like, you see things crumbling, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. Like, these buildings were vacant. There appeared to be this fully functioning community or town or neighborhood, but it's really barren. It's a ghost town. There's nobody in these homes. It's vacant homes. For some people, it could be the community that you were working with, or working for. They don't really have souls like you. They don't really care like you care. And so you're leaving this company, maybe starting your own thing, maybe just moving on to the next step. Like, skipping steps is like, maybe you don't really have to work for anyone. including clientele. Maybe you're just going to be working for yourself. I feel like a new world is starting, whereas though the rules that were in place before no longer apply here. You could have been in abusive relationships that you're leaving behind. Period. Being more independent, completely independent of those abusive voices who were pretending to be witty, the way they were communicating with you. Something about communication, like you were taught how to communicate. Like you learned that people have something to say. It's important to listen to their side and their point of view. And but it was like this group, whereas though it's only you and the other person who knows the language. Maybe it's jargon that's coming out here that you were devoted to, that was exhausting. Like just being part of this conversation was exhausting. And now I'm getting, as soon as you really started to talk and use your voice, is nothing but negativity. It's like a sword fight. That's all it is. It's a sword fight. Somebody is unhappy or angry about their life, but they've been taught to feel that way. So it's like you're supposed to get with the program. You're supposed to say something nasty back. You're supposed to get offended. Like they're trying to overwhelm you. They want you to give up, crossing your boundaries. So this is a time where you're going inward to work on your project. Your spiritual journey is within. You're mastering your craft from within, because you know that anything coming towards you at this time, during this struggle or going down this path, this narrow path, where it seems like you're the only one that's really doing anything, it just seems like anybody's trying to contribute to you, it really wants to pull you down. It's like you're the winner, and people who have been chasing after you or trying to steal what you were going for, they realize that they just can't do it. They can't do what you're doing. All they can do, as long as they're here, is watch you. And they don't want you to succeed, because they, from the beginning, they wanted what you were going after. They wanted to take what you had. No love. There's no love coming from this energy whatsoever. So don't even feed into it. It's not an even balance here. And also, where you're going is not a physical place for some people. You may be staying exactly where you are, stay put. It's just about the way you kind of live within yourself, like your own energy. Temperance here is the way you, just the way you sit. Yeah, okay, so I see somebody riding a bus. That's what I'm getting with this energy. Like, as you sit still, you're not really the one doing the driving, but you know where you're going, and you trust that the person that's getting you where you're going is actually going to get you there. There's no reason not to trust that this journey is going to come to its completion. But at the same time, you're moving. You're sitting still, but you're moving. And so people looking at you like, where are you going? They seem like they're on the same boat or on the same bus or same train, same vehicle. They're using the same tools. But you've got something special you're working on. And even when you reach your destination, you're going to have to present ID that they just can't do. They cannot steal your identity. No matter how much they try to get tangled up, no matter how much they try to distract you or be included, it's just not part of your journey. So this is for somebody, because it feels like it's kind of reiterating this fact that you are alone right now. And I feel like it's meant because all of this money that you had, it feel like it had to go right back to them. Like you got paid and you had to pay bills. And the bills didn't really help out with your happiness. It wasn't meant to. It's just like part of this cycle of like, yeah, you're a nobody. That's what somebody wants you to feel, like you're a nobody. And that's not okay. It's not okay to feel like that. Don't give up. Don't quit. Because these people gave up a long time ago. They gave up on life. They gave up on trying because it's hard. There's not even any type of double meaning to this energy. It's very hard. Life is hard. It's hard to be independent. And for some people, it's hard. For some people who are chosen to do this journey alone, because you got the Hermit out here twice. Some people are meant to sit back and support and, you know, pass out the Gatorade and cheer. And it's awesome to do that. And you might have done that for other people, but now it's time for you to run your own race. 9 of Vows, start your own business. Like, yeah, I feel like this is the support that's coming to say, yes, it's okay to be independent. You might have been a supportive friend for a really long time. And as soon as you want to stand up and do something on your own, it's like, okay, no, you know, we're cheerleaders. That's it. You can't be part of the game. 7 of Candles. Like, it's time for you to walk the runway. Somebody who may be into interior design. You were the one designing the outfits before. Now you're wearing them. I'm hearing something about a teacher. Like they say something about if you can't do it, teach it or something like that. But that wasn't enough for you. It's like you were teaching this philosophy and then you started living it. And you exceeded your students. And they're like, that's not how it works. We're supposed to do better than you. You're supposed to sit in the background, watch us excel. But you just didn't follow through with that plan. The plan that you're supposed to give your life to someone else. Awakening. This is your time of awakening. Of kind of setting yourself apart, really. You're setting yourself apart to follow your own dreams. This is your encouragement. I feel like you're probably not really getting it from anywhere else. I mean, there are plenty of places to go for this type of energy, and you're probably cultivating that energy right now. But right now, I feel like you're really on your own. And you kind of have to feel your way through and understand exactly what you're supposed to do, because you're at the point where you're doing so well that anybody helping you is getting jealous. They're like, oh no, that's my secret. That's my secret, technique. I don't want to give it to her because clearly she learns and she applies. You know, if someone tells you something, it's not going to throw you off. Even if it's misinformation, you're going to understand intuitively that, okay, that's not something I want to do. I feel like you're very smart. Queen of Cups. Futility and reverse. Yeah, you're smart and getting smarter. So people still want to look at you like you're dumb or you don't know what's going on. But that's because they're looking at the outside and they don't really see what you're trying to understand. Like, you could be doing something that's really advanced. Whereas though if you actually explain what you were doing, they would just burst into laughter out of sheer embarrassment. Like what is that? What language is that? Because again, I feel like this whatever you're doing is part of an elite group. But this group is miserable. And they've somehow settled on being unhappy like it's the only cure for everything that you know and understand the world to be. Is they're just like, well, let's just be miserable. And that wasn't enough for you. So you're branching away from this elite group and going off into something on your own. And that's why nobody wants to help you right now. Princess of Swords. Yeah, don't try to pick up anything. Don't try to start over. Leave the world behind. And their expectations. Some people are leaving the world behind right now. Or going into the universe. Like almost like becoming more a part of the world. Versus the scared group who is afraid to be part of the world. You're actually connecting more. So when you go into this hermit mode, when you go into isolation, you separate yourself from society, you're actually getting closer with the universe, closer with the earth that supports you. They see you as the fool. They see you jumping off of cliffs, and maybe you're somebody who does things that's like really ambitious or exhibitionistic, exhibitionistic, and they're just like, you're not gonna make it. Maybe they're trying to help on some level. It's just they just don't understand and they don't see what you see. Let's close this up. Okay, this is a wealth card here. I think it's worth applying. Yeah, they don't see what the money that you're gonna win or discover or grow. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Okay. Embodiment is deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So there's attention here to your body as a vehicle, as a tool. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. The way you treat yourself, maybe your exercise routine was throwing some people off. Like you exercise too much, you eat too healthy. They want to cuddle you and treat you like a teddy bear and get fat or whatever the case may be. Maybe whatever it is. Body positivity could be what some people are dealing with. Like getting back and getting fat. Somebody said relax. The energy of the universe is merciful. Giving is receiving. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy heck yes. Okay. Yeah, because maybe somebody's afraid of relaxing. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so twice the Wheel of Fortune card just popped out randomly. Like that card was just on the floor. This was in the back of another deck. It seems like almost like these hidden jewels or hidden Easter eggs. Something secretive that you're doing in the background that you're gaining from this. So people think you're going without. They think you're just like you've lost your mind. They let go a long time ago and trying to keep up with you and figure you out and be better than you or whatever. They realize that you're just on some other stuff, because how are you still able to survive? You're still moving. They think that you should be dead and gone by now. But they don't know that you're getting everything you need, all the resources you need. You have them. And you have enough to actually put some things back. Like leave some for other people in your journey. Other people doing what you're doing. Okay, I'm just going to pull a few cards to close this. You have the Star card. Somebody is sending you to heaven. Yeah. I feel like that's someone has a boyfriend or somebody's in a new relationship that your girlfriends don't know about or your coworkers don't know about or your neighbors, whoever it is that's watching you, keeping tabs on you. They're like, how are you still single? But they don't realize that you have a divine masculine in your life. King of Wands. Yeah, you definitely have, or this is Knight of Wands. You have a partnership here. It might not be a man, but it could be someone who has taken a supportive role in your life for you to support each other. Some type of partnership here that I'm getting that is almost like an assistant or a manager or somebody who is just getting you where you're trying to go. Then you have the Tower card in reverse. So the Tower came out 3 times, I believe. You're something is gonna crash. Something that was steady and consistent in the beginning is going to end very soon. It could be your own, what is it? Your own theme song, like the rhythm that was keeping you going smoothly. And then you have the Hierophant. So you're being put in a position to make decisions based off of what you know, because you're clearly the only one who knows what's going on. That's the energy that I'm getting here with this reading. So I feel like just to close here is pretty much just be comfortable in your seat, be comfortable where you're going, even if it feels a little bumpy or, you experience some turbulence. And just recognize that that's a tower moment for other people. Other people are crashing and burning. Other people are losing faith and giving up, but you can continue to be consistent and keep going forward.